I'm so excited to see all of you here joining us today. Let me know if you can hear me, if I should speak up a little bit louder. Okay. I gotta get my outside voice on. I have my inside voice on. Okay, I'm outside now. I want to thank you all so much for joining me. My name is Brittany. I work with Empathy in Nature as a community educator. I also teach child development here at Grossmont College. So if you take any classes at Grossmont College, you might see me. Right now I'm teaching in a diverse society, but I've taught a bunch of other classes. So if you have questions about child development coursework, I am here to answer those questions for you. Today, we're going to talk, I know last time we talked a lot about how your environment can be another teacher, can be another resource for you. And so today we're going to talk about how your community can be another resource for you. Before we get into that, I want to do a little grounding exercise. I do something I do with the kids, so I hope you don't mind getting just a little bit silly with me. Are you ready to get just a little bit silly? Okay, we're just going to get a little bit, not too crazy. One of my favorite breathing exercises that I do with the children, breathing exercises are really beautiful. They help the children to regulate. They help the children, especially when we're going from transitioning to one thing and another. We know that transitions can be really difficult for children of any age. So doing a nice breathing exercise can help ground them, get them back into the moment, get them back into their bodies. So one that I'm going to do is called lion's breath. Has anyone ever done lion's breath breathing before? No? All right. Basically. Lion's breath breathing is going to be a big, big breath through your nose. And then as you exhale, you're going to stick out your tongue like this and go, ah. Yeah, I know. It's a little silly. It's a little silly, but it's fine, right? So let's do that a couple times. We're going to do it 3 times together. You can close your eyes if you want to. You can really get into the moment. Let's take a big, big breath through our nose. Out through your nose, stick out your tongue. Ah. That's all you're doing. Let's do it 2 more times. Ready? Big through your nose. Ah. It's okay to laugh. It's silly. One last time, okay? In through your nose. Ah. And now you can kind of feel it, right? You feel your body just kind of start to relax. And that's what's happening to the kids too. They're getting their body, they're getting back into their body, back into their mind. Yes?
On your class, when do you usually, or when it's like early morning, when you're transitioning to another activity, or when do you apply?
Yes. So the question was, when would I utilize this type of breathing? And you can really do that whenever, right? If you're noticing that your students are getting really dysregulated, like their energy is up here, and you're like, I need to do something to get your attention back on me. So something like this, I might introduce when they're calm first. So maybe at circle time or work time when we're all kind of sitting together, I might introduce this idea to them. So maybe I'm reading a book about animals, and I'm like, what kind of sound does a lion make, right? And of course, they're all gonna go, rah. Right? Then you can start incorporating, I have a breathing exercise. Are you guys ready to try it? And they'll be like, yeah, let's do it. And you can start to show them, like, breathe big, get all the air into your lungs, big, as much air as you can get. And when you breathe out, I want you to roar like a lion and stick out your tongue. And then when you do that, once they understand what that concept is, right? So if you're having a class, we're transitioning, they're getting a little up here, maybe they're in line and you want them to wait in line for a little bit longer, right? Just a little bit longer. Maybe let's try our lion breath. You can really do any animal that makes sense to them, right? If they're into dinosaurs, it can be dinosaur breath. If they're into like dragons, it could be dragon breath, right? If they're into trucks, it could be monster truck breathing. It could really be whatever your students like, whatever makes sense for them. It doesn't have to be the same thing every time. But it just really gets them in that moment, and it's silly, right? Because when we're dysregulated and our bodies just are not in connection with our minds, right? We're not ready to listen when our energy is too high. But when we start to do these breathing activities, right, it brings our mind and our body back together. That means now I'm ready to listen, right? If I'm over here and my mind and body are doing this, I'm not ready to listen yet. So doing these types of breathing exercises, it gets them kind of silly. Anything that get them back into their body, A big one I like to do is, oh no, the walls are falling. Find a wall, push the wall, push it, push it, push it. Because that gets their big muscles engaged. Again, anything that gets their mind and their body back together in unison, that's going to have them be able to listen to you and follow directions at that point. So any transition, whether you're going from inside to outside, before you go outside, if you know there's a transition that is really difficult for your classroom, again, that could be we're outside, now we're transitioning inside for lunch, or transitioning from lunch to nap time, and you know that that's a big transition that you know you're going to lose them in, set them up for success. Maybe we do some breathing exercises. Maybe we do some stretching. Another one I like to do is tickle the clouds. Put your hands up and tickle, 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 tickle. Right? It's silly. It gets them back in the moment. It saves me from having to repeat myself 9 trillion times. We've all been there. So anything that helps get them into that moment. I have tons of those. So if you have any more questions or if you want any more ideas, I'm more than happy to help and support with that. But thank you for engaging me with a fun activity.